let's go here. Time travel. Time travel. Billy Thrills. If you could travel to any time period prior to 1900, but you were forced to live out your life there, and you couldn't come back to the present, where would you choose to go? Keep in mind, anything before 1900 means everyone probably smells and dies at 40 years of age. That's not true. Not if you have money. You lived long. Ben Franklin lived for a long time, and he was a fucking booze bag out there flying his kite in the rain.
Did he live long?
Yeah. Yeah, he lived to be like 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he went out there with his kite in the rain, and he was fucking shit-faced. So he had his house keys tied to the thing. That's the real story of how he discovered electricity. He was fucking hammered.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was out of his fucking mind. And if he was actually stone sober, he probably would have died because he would have tensed up when he got electrocuted. But because he was drunk, he was all relaxed, like, hey, man. Yeah. And he just rolled down the hill, landed on his bald. That's actually how he went bald. He went down the hill. When the lightning struck, it hit the key and it blew the top of his head off.
What?
Yeah. New studies have shown all of this.
Oh, I thought it was just fucking male pattern baldness.
No. He got elected. No. Like 30% of people, this is the worst thing. They never talk about it. If you get struck by lightning, like you immediately, it blows off that top part.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And it doesn't come back either.
Well, it wouldn't make a difference with me, but fucking.
That's why Michael Bolton does that charity. He does that charity thing for...
Don't tell me he does a charity for people that get struck by
lightning. By lightning, got their hair blown off. I can't believe you believe in this shit. I'm just making all of this up.
No, the fucking top of the head, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
But does he have a charity?
Michael Bolton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not for that?
No.
Oh. Fucking, you committed to that.
I did. All right, let's continue.
I'm sitting here like, this fucking...
Dude, that was getting so deep, I couldn't keep a straight face. I'm like, there's no way he's believing this one. All right, this one. Skidded down the hill. I said that's how he went bald. And they go, no, wait, here's a better lie. And you're still like, really? Is that what happened? Jesus Christ, Paul. What's the world coming to? All right, Paul, if you could live any time period before 1900, anywhere, anytime.
Oh, man.
Where would you go?
I don't know. I would go somewhere where there was a war. But wait, but in the question, can I take things from the present?
Let's see, you time traveled any period, 1900. Dude, what the fuck would you bring here? The second you pulled anything out, they'd think you were a witch and they'd kill you.
What I'm saying is I would go to there with like shit that they don't have now.
That's what I'm saying.
And like in a war though, and I fucking just lace, like if I took a side, you go with a couple Uzis or a fucking machine gun, you just fucking lay, you'd be a fucking god forever. You'd be a hero. You'd be a god.
So what are you going to do? You're just going to walk out in the field in your Nike fucking sweatshirt? Your Jordans?
Yeah, just walk out, dress like this, and they would be like, when they were packing muskets and doing the whole thing. And I'd be like, no, guys, I got this.
So what year?
I just fucking, and they would be like, oh my God. I would just be the fucking man forever. I'd be the man forever. You imagine that?
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my head around where they're not completely freaked out by you. You're going to go. So first of all, what year are you going back to?
Well, he said what? He said prior 1900?
Yeah, so what year are you going back to? The packing muskets. So what are we talking here?
Well, there was a couple of them, wasn't there? What is it, like 1870s?
1870s?
Right?
Well, by 1870s, they had like the Winchesters and those repeating rifles and that. They actually had their first machine gun in the Civil War, I believe. Spanish-American anyways, where you had the little crank and you fucking mowed them down.
So I go before that time then.
So you're talking if I was you, I would go early 1800s.
Okay, so I'd go early 1800s.
Yep.
And I would bring some sort of...
Who are you going to mow down? What if you went in the French and Indian War and you actually fought on the side of the Indians?
What year was...
Just mowed down a bunch of French people.
Well, either way, whichever side I decided to choose, like when I got there and they saw that I showed up from a time machine, right? One group's going to be nicer to me, right?
No, they're all going to be completely freaked out by you.
Right, but there's going to be
view you as a threat, and you'll probably have to turn your Uzi on them. Then you'd have to steal their clothes and then try to fucking do an accent.
I would choose the side of the people that were the nicest, warmest to me when I got there, and then I would fucking become their savior.
Nobody's going to be nice to you, Paul.
Do you understand that if I did that, they would rewrite the book on me? They would be a mythical.
No, they would kill you.
No, I would
They
be
would
like
kill
their
you,
Jesus.
Paul. They would kill you.
They would tell stories.
What happened to Jesus?
No, they would tell.
What happened to Jesus? He got crucified.
Yeah, but he didn't have an Uzi. Okay, so.
Yeah, but you're going to run out of bullets, though.
No, but in the question, it doesn't specify like what I'm coming with. I'm going to go prepared.
How big is this fucking time machine?
No. No, I'm going to go with like a bunch of clips and a couple of Uzis, okay? And they're going to write fucking stories about me. They're
Yeah,
gonna be like,
mass
this guy,
murdering
this
psycho
no.
from the fucking future.
They're going to go some mythical,
wearing
some guy.
lazy clothes.
Some Italian
Laziest
dude
clothes
from New York. Some Italian dude from New York.
They don't even know what New York is. Oh, actually, maybe they won't know. Yeah, dude, you're not. Listen, Paul. This is
they
the
wouldn't all kill
key.
me. They wouldn't all kill me.
But Paul,
I would say I'm here to help you. Listen, I came to this. Listen to what I would tell them, okay? And then you tell them what you'd say. I'd say, look, I came from the future to help you. This machine brought me here to help you. I'm going to solve your problems. And then I would fucking pull out.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, Paul. Let's do this. Let's say,
okay,
fucking after this tour, you can't sleep one night, and you look out your backyard and you see this fucking thing appear out of nowhere,
right.
And this guy gets out and starts walking towards your fucking house from a time machine. And let's just say you have a shotgun, and this guy walks up and he goes, "No, hey, listen, Paul," and he's wearing these weird workout clothes from 300 years in the future. Listen, I'm here to help you. I'm here to do things that you're going to like. You're going to fucking trust this guy?
No, because I was sleeping in my bed, and I'm not. I'm talking about I want to show up to a conflict. I want to show up to the moment of a conflict and fucking take a side and win it. I want to win the game for the team. This is what I'm saying.
It's a very narcissistic behavior here,All.
You know?
You think you're just going to show up on a battlefield?
They're going to be like, our brothers.
Show up and you fucking walk out of this thing with a hoodie, sweatshirt, and a fucking Uzi.
Yeah,
and the Union Army and the rebels are not going to, like, one of them is going to embrace you.
Yeah, one of those groups are losing fathers and sons, and I go, I got this. Fuck the musket. And I just fucking lace out an army. They're going to look at me like, dude, this guy, what are they going to do? They're going to go, we've been saved. He was sent.
They would, once they realize you are mortal, they would fucking they would take your weapons, is what they would do.
How they getting the Uzi from me if they're fucking packing a musket and they have knives?
Because, what are you talking, Paul? Because you're going to have your fucking back to them. If you're shooting at the other guy. Paul, you know what they're going to do? They're going to probably act nice to you.
This would be a hilarious
and then what they're going to do is they're going to try to figure out where the fuck you came from. They're going to immediately confiscate your fucking time machine, and they're going to try to see if they can duplicate it so they can run the fucking world.
Okay, how are they going to confiscate the time machine from me? When I'm the one with the ammo, I'm the one with the semi-automatic weapons. I'm the one who's just saying, what are they going to do?
What are they going to do, Paul? Is they're going to fucking put an all-points bulletin out on every fucking goddamn tree out there. Wanted. Sweatpant guy from the future. This man alone has been in this time zone, this era, for fucking 20 minutes and has already killed 600 people.
No, but here's the thing. The question was, where would you go and if you couldn't come back? If I survived this, I'm a legend.
Did you see?
Fucking legend.
Forget about. I know you didn't read anything in history.
Yeah,
let's just talk movies,
history.
Okay?
Yeah, World War II.
Like what? That there's muskets in 1870?
No. What fucking
they're
World War
packing
II
the guns.
shit?
I mean, in 1870.
I just laugh so hard at seeing dots. No, World War II. I read about shit.
You literally sound like you're sitting on a stoop right now. I know stuff.
Go ahead. What was the question? What were you
Paul,
saying?
I was going to talk about people in history, but how about we'll go with movies, all right?
All right.
You saw There Will Be Blood?
Yes.
Okay, that's based off, like, the robber barons of the fucking, 1800s, the people who got involved in
oil rig guy, yeah.
The railroad guys, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts, the fucking people who, like...
Who fucking started it all, yeah.
Yeah, they came over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They fucking got it, it was wide open. You could do whatever the fuck you want, and they did it.
Right.
All right? It's funny, I made fun of you for being stupid. I can't even explain this. These guys, the J.P. Morgans and all these types of fucking guys, when you show up with this machine where they can fucking change the past, they can change the fucking future, these sociopath psychos are not going to let you, Paul Virzi, once they fucking sit down and they talk to you, Paul, they see where the fuck you're at, they will pretend to be friends with you. And when the second you set down your Uzi to have a little bit of mutton with them in their villa, they would cut you ear to ear.
No. First of all, I'm too fucking street smart to ever put my Uzi down and let them and start fucking drinking tea and eating crumpets with these fucking
I don't like how you think you're street smart in every fucking era. Like you know what the signs are in 1812.
You think I'm gonna leave my fucking Uzi down when nobody's got one? That's gold to those people. That ends problems. I would never do that.
So you're gonna become friends with these people, always having a gun trained on them.
So how
That's
about
what you're telling me?
No. So how about this? This is what I could also do. I could get there in my time machine and I could befriend one person, and I could let them know that I'm here to help them if they need and tell them what I could do, and then maybe they can say, "Hey, listen, when we get into when the rebels come, I got a guy."
You know what? I wasn't even listening. I was thinking about what I was going to do.
All right. Well, what would you do?
I would go back to, 1900. I would go back. Keep in mind, anything prior to 1900, I would go back to 1899. Okay? It's because I want the most up-to-date medical fucking shit available for when I come down with, polio or whatever bullshit that's going to hit me. What I would do is I would try out and make a Major League Baseball team, and I would fucking destroy them with my knowledge of nutrition, my 120 years in the future, my knowledge of nutrition. You know what I would do? I would take some PEDs back with me before they even know how to test for it, and I would fucking roid up.
Fucking just give Babe Ruth.
And I would try out for the Boston Red Sox, and we would win it for every fucking year right through the 20s.
That's a great idea.
That's what I would do.
But you'd have to go back with steroids. Yeah, you'd have to go back. You'd have to convince these people that you're going to inject
I still don't think I could hit a curveball, though.
Huh?
I still don't think I could hit a fucking curveball. But I just figure if I went back to the fucking look, I couldn't make a Major League Baseball team in the 1900s, but I think I could make one in the 1890s. So just have me go back. When did it start? 1880. Join the fucking Phillies. I wouldn't want them to win a championship.
Well,
when did the fucking Red Sox come around?
They were the first. The Red Sox came around in what? 1890?
Early 1900s. I'd like to play whenever they built Fenway in 1912. I would just like to come up to bat. God damn it, I couldn't do it. So I'd have to go back. But I'm my age now. I'd be too fucking old by then. Fuck.
Yeah, but you'd still kill it, though.
All right, this is what I would do. I'd become totally fluent in Latin. And I would fucking go back and I'd watch a game at the Roman Coliseum.
That's fun. I'm telling
it's
you,
all sports related.
I would just take my chances with. I would just go with all the heavy artillery. I would be a defense. I would be, I'm going the Ronald Reagan route. Just spend all the money on defense. I would hope that they would utilize me that way, as an asset, military wise.
Dude, you're out of your mind, dude.
Why?
Like, just me going back thinking that I could fucking make a team. Because I looked at them back in those 1890s, like they were like softball teams. They just had ringers there. Those guys didn't stretch.
Dude, but you're not
They just went up
understanding
there.
something. Back in the Wild West days, they fucking went outside and they went back to back and then 10 paces. I fucking get rid of that, man. I'm talking about I have everything. I'm an asset.
You don't have anything, Paul. What you have is a gun and bullets. You have the best gun with the best bullets. But you're ignoring the fact that an entire army is going to go after you. That they're not going to allow.
I'm running up the hill in windbreaker pants.
They're not going to allow you. They wouldn't allow you to take power. The way that you seize power is you assimilate and you work your way up through the ranks, and then you strike when the time is right. That's how you do it. If you try and start your own, you come in there all rogue.
No, dude,
like, listen, I have better shit than you guys could ever dream of having, but don't worry, I'm your friend. These fucking paranoid assholes, these control freaks, you could not live. They would be smearing you in the papereth every fucking day, talking about
this reminds me of that
you were a bigger threat than the savages that need to be clear. They would put you above getting rid of Native Americans at that point. You would have to be eliminated. But not before they found out how took apart the gun to figure out how it worked, tortured you for all the fucking knowledge that you had and grilled you about that time machine to
All right,
figure
so
out
if
if
I
you
told-
built it or you just fucking used it.
So what if I lied to him and I said I could get more of this? I got a time machine. Nobody knows where it is, but I could go back and get more of this. Like, so if they knew that I could, you know what I mean? If I lied to him that way.
That's the best move you've said out of all of this scenario, where maybe, you could do a play on their greed and their desire to have more. That's actually a smart fucking move. But if you just think that you're just going to show up with your fucking cigar and your Uzi and come walking out on a battlefield,
Dude, this sketch, I almost want to do this.
and just change the course of history depending on who was nicer to you. What if the Germans were nicer to you in World War II? I mean, if they had nice uniforms, Paul, you going to side with them?
Dude, how funny would it be just watching me going there with Air Maxes on, Nike Air Maxes on, a cigar and a sweatshirt. I'm like, listen, sit down. I got a gun that could solve it, and I just show the guy. I would fucking love to see the looks on their faces. And then all of a sudden they rebel against me.
I think if you actually went out there and you mowed down the whole other side with what you had,
yeah, that was my original. That's my thought.
I would think that if I was on
my
luckily
side.
on your side,
Yeah.
I would slowly be backing away as you were doing it, and then I would slip into the woods and fucking run away. Is what I would do. I would get the fuck away from you because Paul, you understand what the fuck I'm seeing. Okay, you're gonna show up in your space clothes with your fucking ray gun. I mean, it's just like I'm out of there. I'm fucking out of there. I'm gonna leave, and if you come towards me, I'm gonna shoot. I mean, if a fucking alien landed and I had a gun, fuck his ray gun, fuck all that bullshit. If it starts coming towards me, I gotta shoot at it.
If that happened, I'd be living in the biggest house in the 18th. I'd have all the women I would be the fucking Jesus there. They would fucking draw pictures of me.
Dude, you know what it is, Paul? This is your own little narcissistic head trip, and that's the exact thing that would bring you down.
You know something? I think that this is a great answer to your listener's question.
First of all, you're acting. You know what I love about all of this, Paul?
What?
You're acting like you know how to make a fucking Uzi.
No, I'm saying
and
I would
a time
bring one.
machine. You're going to bring one. So all
Yeah.
you did was bring it, and they're going to figure it out because the scientists back then were just as brilliant as the scientists now. They just don't have the information that the ones do today. So they would immediately break down your fucking what you are. That
They
you're
would have to take my gun.
That you're a stand-up comedian. That's what they would do. Well, what are you going to do, Paul? What are you going to do for food? You're going to Uzi a deer? Okay. And then do you know how to start a fire without some wood?
Yeah.
Rubbing them together? You know how to do that?
Yeah.
How do you do it? You know how to start a fire without matches?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it done. I watched it on TV. I've seen it on I've seen it on YouTube. I did. I fucking seen it on YouTube when we ran out of matches at the house one time. I swear to God, I was watching a clip.
Yeah, I've watched it too.
Yeah, the guy
Have you ever
takes,
sat down
the
and done
it's
Have
the
you done
fucking,
it?
He gets the driest, whatever they call it, the grass or the dry fucking.
Paul,
what
I'm
do
going
they
to
call
tell
it,
you this
shrubs,
right now.
And they fucking.
If you can start a fire.
And they twist the thing. They
Right. If you can
Yeah.
start a fire tonight. All right, we'll go to the Toronto's Central Park. If you can start a fire, I'll give you all the money I'm going to make on this tour. Don't watch the YouTube video again. I want to see you start this fucking fire. Okay, and if you
I
don't,
need some wood or
if
a
you
shrub
don't,
thing.
if you don't, then you have to walk into Lake Ontario with
No,
your
because I
Jordans
got
on.
hypothermia and shit.
Well, that's the point. I
Yeah,
want you to suffer.
You're hilarious. You're like, yeah, you did see it. Wow.